I hope VidCon was fun. Ash says hi, he's here and so I can't stay but have a good stream. Hope you die.
Hello everyone, how are we doing? Is my microphone fine? Usually after a couple of breaks, my microphone, Mr. Tokaru, oh my god, hello. Hello everyone, your mic's good? Awesome, fantastic, perfect, okay. I do think ads just started. Did you guys get ads? I can't disable them, I have to run them, guys, I'm sorry. Dan Clancy will be so pissed with me if I don't run them. Mr. Twitch CEO won't be happy. No ads? Alright, I'm just gonna continue. Okay. Yeah, well, fucking knew it. Love the song. Thank you. I have been listening to the song for quite. You can prove the honest by listening to the Raccoon volume this year. Okay. No, but nowadays you don't even watch the streams. You just hate. I can't believe it. All right, hello there, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to the stream. Today we're just gonna do a sweet little sitting down and talking, and you guys can ask questions, and I can talk about everything that happened. Because for those unaware, I went to TWITCHCON, and it was fucking fantastic. I had so much fun, guys. It was really fucking awesome. I met so many fucking people. I saw so many friends. And I this is the first time that I got to go as a partner. So I was like a little bit cool, like a little. And that was a really nice feeling. I was a little bit cool, especially because I knew that at home I had like 4 or 5 badges that said affiliate on it. And then, oh guys, when I walked through or into the reception hall and there was this specific area dedicated to partner badge pickup, oh, the euphoria I felt when I got to walk past that line. Oh my god. It was I can't describe it. It felt so fucking awesome. Like, obviously, there's the thank you for. Oh yeah, also I should probably thank the subs. Oh my god, Queen.
Does
Ace,
anyone
thank
say
you.
it pays to hate you?
Ace, thank you so much for the tier 1. I hope VidCon was TwitchCon, but yes, it was fun. Ash says hi. He's here right now, so I can't stay, but have a good stream. Hello there, Ash. Hope you and Ace have a fun time doing whatever it is you're going to do. Nomad, thank you for the tier 3 for 5 months. Hope you die. I don't hope you do, because then my money is gone. Sean, did anyone say it pays to hate to you? No, nobody said it pays to hate to me. It did. Nobody did that. Thank you for the card. No, absolutely no problem. Thank you for coming up to me. It was glad to get the VIP experience. Sorry, congrats on getting to experience the VIP section. It was it felt like a full circle moment for me. I didn't like so far in all of my other VidCons experiences, though I was already kind of tapped into the community. I still had a lot of people who I was like fan of, and I walked up to, and I took photos with and all the like. But oh my god, this time around that shit was totally different. Like I took one picture with someone who I thought was but the Sharpie was so bad. Oh, the Sharpie was so shit. Anyway, I took one photo with someone who I used to watch when I grew up. It was a zombies creator called Mr. Raffle Waffles. I took a picture with him at the partner party, and that is the only picture that I took with someone, like as a fan. Congratulations, Passion, hitting the 140 streams. Insane work. I wanted to meet Kancha. I wanted to meet Zacharias, bro. I would have loved to. Jump scaring you just by passing you was quite funny. Yeah, this time I wasn't able to hunt you down. I didn't even see the chess booth this year. I barely walked on the convention floor. Okay. I should start from the beginning, because otherwise we're never gonna get anywhere with this fucking stream. Anyway, so I was on my way on Friday, because obviously I live in the country where TwitchCon is hosted. Would love to meet you, Kanji. It was so fact that I could get the jump on him. Fuck you, Sean. I live in the country that is hosted in, and I was on my way to Rotterdam, where after a bit of a struggle, I managed to get myself in the hotel, and then Gorb and Saturn, lack of intellect, they came my way, and we all sat in the hotel. We ordered some KFC because I was fucking dying of hunger. So I ordered some KFC for all of us, and we all had some food in the hotel. That was awesome. It was fantastic. This is probably, like, realistically speaking, this was one of the last times that we could... That's why Bad Romance is playing you. This is one of the last times that we were going to get lack of intellect all in the same room, because Saturn goes back home in, like, I think a week, something like that. And Gorb, obviously, he doesn't do this whole creative thing. He just graduated, and he's gonna go into like the workforce, so he can't just take a random vacation for his fucking convention anymore. So this there is a potential chance that this was the last time that the three of us were together in the same area, and well, let's just say that we definitely made the most of it. It was very fun. You can keep Saturn. So yeah, we ate something in the hotel room. We had fun together. And then we all went our way towards the convention floor, where okay. So we were on our way to the convention floor. Detail. Let me get my phone real quick so I make sure that I tell this story accurately. Oh yeah, okay. There you go. Okay. I have to make sure that I tell this story correctly, start to finish. I can't fuck up. All right. So, as happens with partners, I didn't know this was a thing, but I started getting emails. I was getting reached out to by companies and game developers who were at TwitchCon, and they were like, "Oh, come to my booth," or "Come look at the game," or whatever. And sometimes it was a sponsorship opportunity. I didn't do many of them, mostly just because I didn't want to do much research into the background of these companies. And some of them, like, negative thing about TwitchCon this year, there was also, like, a bit of an a trend with AI sponsors. It was so weird because on one end you have the main presenting sponsor, which is Minecraft, right? Fucking gigantic company who has a community entirely dedicated to creative vision and human participation and human effort. And then you have a company like, well, actually, should I call them out? It doesn't really matter. You can look it up yourself. It was called like Delulu something. And it was this thing where you can install a plugin of theirs on OBS, and then through, I think, donations, you guys could, for example, change the style of my stream to like, I don't know, JJK, and that would be AI generated. So, on one hand, and then also, you have Vox Ex Machina sponsoring TwitchCon. Like the first episode of season 4, I think, was screening early at the convention. I'm not a Vox Machina fan, but so I didn't go watch it. But for those who did, I hope you had fun. Anyway, so that was such a weird. That was such a weird choice, in my opinion. Like, you have the opportunity to make a statement about with TwitchCon here, while having Minecraft as the presenting sponsor. The biggest game in the entire world was the presenting sponsor of the fucking convention. You had the chance to make a proper statement, but you still chose to also take sponsorships from companies who use AI for their products. Generational AI, obviously. Is it generation? It's Gen AI. Is it just generating AI? Is that what Gen stands for? I feel like it's a different term, no? I know it's not generational, that's for sure. Generative, yeah, that's it. There we go. Thank you, chat. So that was fucking weird. Anyway, moving on. As I was going through my emails a couple of weeks leading up to the event, a certain one kind of sticked out a bit. I got a lovely email from Lego, which was fucking crazy to get. And they were like, "Oh, Kancha, we see you're attending TwitchCon. Thank you for staying true to your values." Dude, the bar is in hell. This is like the minimum effort. If this really shouldn't be what people get credit over, but I appreciate your effort. Like, sorry, I appreciate your message a lot. Thank you. But this really should be the bar. But I'm going back to what I was saying. Sorry. I got an email from fucking Lego, and as time went on, I started to realize maybe I should reply to this Lego email. Like, I should probably not leave that one for nothing. So I replied, and we set everything up. And my hopes, because Saturn is a big reason, whether I like to admit it or not, Saturn is a good reason and a big part of my content and the channel that we've set up. It's my channel. Don't get anything wrong before anybody starts being funny. I just saw 40 fucking subscribers go off my account. God damn it. Worst day. No, I'm kidding. I'll continue. Sorry. I know Saturn fucking loves Lego. So I asked them, hey, can I take a friend of mine to the Lego booth? Is that a thing I can do on Friday? Which is like, you're not supposed to be able to enter the convention hall on Friday, but whatever. And the Lego motherfuckers, and this is not their fault, by the way. I'm probably the one who made the mistake. But the people at Lego, lovely people. I shouldn't call them motherfuckers. They were lovely people. Sorry, the lovely people at Lego said yes, and that if there was any issue, I could call them, blah, 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 blah. So Friday comes, we arrive at the convention hall relatively late. The partner party had been going on for about 45 minutes at this point. Like late as in the cool type of late, not crazy late. And then we walk up to where the gates are, and I obviously get given the little band that they give you that says, like, yeah, this person can go to the partner party, on top of the normal band that I still have on, by the way, because it says partner on it, and it's really cool. And Saturn tries to walk through, and they stop him, obviously, because he's not a partner, so he couldn't go to the partners. Yeah, he got denied. Then we tried to go to the info booth because I explained it to the people who were standing there, like, hey, the lovely people who are just doing their job. Hey, the Lego has told me I could take him with him. Could he please just come in, go to the Lego booth, and then I'll escort him out myself. They were not fucking around. They were like, no, you can't do that. If you want any help, you go to the info booth. So we went to the info booth. We stood there for like 15 to 20 minutes. Again, not complaining. Those people were just doing their jobs. They were busy. I get it. But the person who was like their tech guy, he kind of just said like, yeah, no, like the convention is closed for people today, unless you're like a partner. So sadly, we had to let Saturn go. But in the end, it ended up not being anything worth for him to come with me for anyway, because he just got to go to the Lego booth on Saturday. So in the end, he still got to see it. But I went in, obviously. Yeah, I mean, whether for the Lego booth or not, I was going to go to the partner party. So I went into the partner party, met a lot of people there. Fucking Mark Bormetheus and his friend that I've never seen before in my life, because they're on a graduation trip. Thank you, I don't know, decide later, for the tier 1. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, so they're there because Mark was using Luigi's Twitch, and Ben was using CoinMonkey's Twitch. Like the picture that I posted on Twitter, where I went like, oh my god, I got to meet my hero CoinMonkey today. That was not fucking CoinMonkey, that was Ben. So that was awesome. The partner only convention clause was a bit annoying. I have a friend, a group partner, they couldn't enjoy the lounge because they didn't want to go alone. I understand that, but also if everybody got to take +1s into everything, then Twitch would genuinely not be able to run the event. So I agree that it is an annoying part of the convention, but there's really no alternative to it. Anyway, I went into the partner party, ran into Ben and Mark. Fucking fantastic to see that he was using CoinMonkey and Mark was using Luigi's Twitch. So we were walking around, we grabbed some drinks. I have to say, the food and the drinks and stuff during the partner party, well done. Can't complain about that. Well, the food I can't really speak on because I just deadass forgot to eat. I was so hungry by the end of the partner party. At the end, like 10 minutes before it ended, I walked up to like one of the booths where they were selling, or not selling, giving away food. And I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I fucking forgot to eat. Please tell me you're still handing out food. He's like, no, we closed off. I'm like, fuck. So I didn't get to enjoy any of the food at the partner party, but the drinks were nice. So after that, I went into the big fucking Minecraft wing. There was an entire wing of the convention hall entirely dedicated to Minecraft this year, which was insane. Guys, this convention was high-key just Minecon light. I'm not fucking trolling. I'm pretty fucking confident Minecraft is trying to see if they could pull off a Minecon again. Or alternatively, they've just kind of realized that they can just make Twitch do it. Like, they can just be the presenting sponsor of an event, of TwitchCon, for example, and then piggyback off of the infrastructure that Twitch has set up to create these events. But it was basically the Minecraft convention. Like there was people walking around, creators all over. Like fucking Grian was there. Obviously, other people were there as well. Like Durapshu, I saw Tubbo walking around. Katie was there. May was there. All those cool people. Fantastic time. Spoke to a lot of new people that night as well. It was really lovely. Jack and Maddie. Like for me, TwitchCon's kind of become the yearly time of the year that I can run into Jack and Maddie, because they're the people who I kind of really stuck with in 2024 when I went for the first time, until the end when I went to Aragon and his group, which was also lovely. So for me, TwitchCon's kind of just the Jack and Maddie weekend in a way. So that was great. Yeah, we got to do okay, let me explain. At TwitchCon, for those who haven't been able to pick up on it, because it's kind of been all over the internet, you could earn an exclusive cape. I think it's no, not the Crafter cape, right? It's the other one. I think the Crafter cape is the one you get for watching. I don't know what it's called. You can get a cape. The way you got to do that is by getting the Builder cape. Thank you. The way you got to earn that cape was by walking around the Minecraft wing and doing these mini games. Or activities, and then when you've done them, the people standing at the mini games or whatever the fuck they were, they would give you an emerald sticker to put on a little hotbar. It's a 1x3 hotbar, so just 3 slots of an inventory. and you could like put a emerald on that, and at the end you could hand that in. You could give it to to the person who was at the booth, and you can get your cape. So that's what I was working on. That took like 5 minutes for me because there was no line. That was the best part about the partner party, because the day after that, guys, the queues were fucking horrendous. Oh my god, the Minecraft wing was full with people 24/7 somehow, and I don't know how, the Minecraft wing being the most filled area of the entire convention hall, but it was still the one with the best AC. It was so chill in there. It was so fucking hot at the convention hall, but like over the floors. But in the Minecraft arena, everything was totally fine. That was awesome. Oh my god, I stayed pretty much there for half the convention. Sorry. Anyway, I got my code. I gave it to Rin the Hacker instead of selling it because I love my girlfriend and she wanted one. Snivy, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. I'm gonna get to what you did at some point. Don't worry. I have not forgotten. It's on my desk right now. I'm looking at it. It's so fucking awesome. But we'll get there in a moment. We're not there yet. Hope your stream was nice. So convention was over. Not the convention. The partner party was over. Oh, it wasn't. I actually met Clown there again as well. And Clown had these like some people who were like full on Minecraft sponsors. Or affiliates or whatever the fuck. They got like these really cool backpacks that were like, it was like an exclusive deal with some company called Herschel, I think. And the backpacks were in the style of the new Minecraft biome, the one that they announced at Minecraft Live. So, as I was talking to Clown and some other people, I don't remember who said it. I think it was SB, because SB was there as well. One of them at some point slipped the fact that there was a new biome coming. So I knew ahead of Minecraft Live that that the new like fall biome was coming. So that was fun. I got to tease everyone in my group about that the entire like a day before. So that was really awesome. But yeah, partner party was nearing its end. I need to think, is there anything genuinely notable that happened at the partner party besides just me networking with people? I mean, it was cool. I got to sign Lopez shoes. That would have been fun. Should have leaked it. Yeah, and blown my chance of getting a Minecraft sponsor in the future. You're fucking idiotic, bro. Anyway, I don't think much more happened at the partner party, though I might be forgetting. It's completely possible. Also, hi, Bobber. Kanchibra was looking everywhere for you. Yeah, it wasn't really great. I know the faceless part makes it relatively difficult to to find me. That's why I did the tweets like, I'm right here, right now, come and get me. And a couple people did, which was lovely. But I have to say, it is so fucking nice being able to walk around the convention hall and not having people constantly know who you are. I don't think that I'm big enough to warrant that. Like, I think that if I were to face reveal, I still wouldn't get stopped at every corner of the convention floor. But the sheer possibility of it happening, I'm good. I don't want that. Like, I like the fact that I can post something and go, hey, I'm gonna be over here, and then people can show up, and then maybe they find me, and otherwise they don't. So that was really nice. Okay, Bobber, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let me think again. Partner party. Did anything of note happen? I should have taken notes. I met Gray, by the way. That was nice. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell that she was there. Oops. Well, she was. Met a couple people from State there. That was really sweet. State SMP guys are so fucking nice. They're so chill. They're so chill. No, I think that's really it. Back high, hello, there. I don't think like not anything. Nothing really crazy happened. The only thing that I did get to do was the Lego booth that was present in the Minecraft arena, because Minecraft and Lego have been like partnering up as of late. Oh my god, guys, the subs are crazy. Thank you so much for gifting to Sandir, Cassie. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the tier 1 gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Fuck my story. My medication's worn off. Okay, so here we go. Hi, Ramen. How are you doing, girly pop? Okay, I was telling a story. Focus, can't you? We're telling a story. 3, 2, 1. What was the story about? Fuck. Oh yeah, Lego booth. The Lego booth at the Minecraft arena was an experience. They were showing off the new like Bedrock edition chicken mount that they made, which is sort of like a Lego thing that's on the marketplace now. I think it's a free add-on. I'm not sure. Nomad, thank you for the tier ones. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 5 tier ones. Fuck your story. I hate you. No, I'm remembering it. Don't even worry. I haven't forgotten. Thank you for the 5 gifted. So I was walking around at the Lego booth and we were seeing like sneak peeks at future sets that they were releasing, which is really sweet. And I don't think I can talk about it. We got the chance to buy Lego early. Like there was Lego Minecraft sets that were coming out, I think on Monday, so yesterday, and we could buy them on Friday already. I didn't do that because I'm not rich and Lego's fucking expensive. So, but I love the fact that I got the opportunity to. That was really kind of them. Anyway, I was playing the new chicken mount on they had Nintendo Switch Lite set up, which I don't know why they chose to use that, but I guess it was the easiest thing to set up, so I understand it. So I was doing that, and then Woogie was talking to this guy from the Lego company called Matt. And Matt, guys, Matt's a fucking hero. I walked up to Woogie, and then Matt introduced himself. I introduced myself to Matt. We started talking for quite a bit, and I genuinely got interested in his explanation. I was like, okay, so like, do you guys get to decide what you're going to work on, or do higher ups give you a task and you have to complete it? Like, how does that process work, being a part of Lego? And he explained out all of my questions, and he gave me all of my answers. I think he was getting fucking tired of me by the end of it. I'm not sure. And then I asked him a really important question. First of all, I asked him if, for those who don't know, in Overwatch, the shooter that Saturn and I play quite often, there was a Lego skin, Lego Bastion, and it is by far the best skin in the entire fucking game. And I asked Matt, is there any fucking chance, Matt, that you can get me the Lego Bastion code for Saturn? And he said, no, I cannot do that. I was like, fuck. Okay, thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. And then follow-up, W Matt. I asked Matt, I have an important question regarding the chicken mount. Because I don't really play Bedrock much, but if Lego wants me to, I fucking will. But I don't play Bedrock much, but I looked Matt dead in the eyes and I said, does the chicken drop studs? For those who've never played a Lego game before, if your character dies, you drop studs, which is like the money of the game. And I thought it would be such a cool idea if Lego creatures in these add-ons would, instead of dropping experience, drop studs. And Matt was like, no, they don't, but that's a cool idea, and I like that. And I don't know if he's going to do anything with that, but then I looked at him and I said, Matt, no matter what Lego's going to release from now on, I'm going to play it on stream for even 5 minutes. I'm going to look, my character's going to look into the camera and say, Matt, they still don't drop studs. Where's the studs, Matt? So chat, whenever something new releases on the Minecraft marketplace from Lego, please inform me, because I have to figure out if Matt took my suggestion to the upper level. I have to know. And if he didn't, then I'm going to ask him where they were. I don't know if Matt has Twitter. I have to figure this out. I got no idea. But yeah, so that was sweet. Talking to the people at the Lego booth was really nice. I thought, oh, I forgot that. I wanted to alt-tab because somebody just DM'd me, but I forgot that I was in-game. Hold up, I'll grab my phone. I hoped that I would... I hope that I would be able to check DMs. Why are you sending this to me now, Vive? Okay, doesn't matter. Anyway. Yeah, so Lego was really nice, and I was supposed to meet someone there on the Friday evening from the Lego company who I was like specifically reached out to. Read the text. Oh my fucking god! If it's the same image as last time. No, I didn't get you Lego flowers, Vi, because I'm not fucking rich. They're so expensive. Okay, sorry, Vi's being mean because he wants Lego flowers, and for some reason I have to get that to him. Anyway, I was supposed to meet someone else at the Lego booth from their marketing team or their influencer team, and I didn't. Did I forget? Yes, I did, because I had a 1-hour conversation with Matt Lego, which is his official name now. And Matt Lego was just too fucking nice, and then I just forgot about it. So left the partner party without having found the people who I was supposed to find. So that was a mission for the next day. After the partner party, did I go home after that? What did we do? Oh no, we went to watch Backrooms with a couple people. Oh my god, guys, Backrooms fucking bangs. That movie is so fucking good. It's wild. Everyone should go watch that movie. I'm not fucking joking. If you can, you should go watch Backrooms. Go watch Backrooms if you haven't. It was absolutely amazing. Um, and after Backrooms, we did go home. We were pretty late. It was like 1:30 a.m., nearing on 2 when Saturn and I arrived at the hotel again. Because Saturn and I slept in the same room, not in the same bed. I made sure to. For a moment I thought, should I book the Queen's bed? It would be so funny, but I chose not to. I booked the small, what are they called? The two singles, I think. So we had two separate smaller beds. The beds were nice. Like I realized that we could get a hotel twins. I guess the twin beds. I don't know. I realized that we could either get a hotel right next to the venue and pay like $800, or we could just get one that's about 30 minutes away by metro, and the metro costs $3, and just spend like, I think Saturn and I both only spend 180. No, actually, that's a fucking lie. I spent 190 and Saturn spent 170 because his money that he sent to me was taxed by PayPal. And then I messaged him. I was like, I'm missing $10. So technically speaking, I can officially say that I bought Saturn the hotel because I paid more than he did. I just want that to be said for the record. Anyway, so yeah, we were at a is what we did last year, basically. Yeah, but we were even closer than last time, which was good. Like, I picked a better hotel this time. Last year, we were kind of way too far away. It was kind of an annoyance. But this time, it was pretty doable. So, yeah, that was nice. Then, day one, like, for me, it was day two because I already went to the partner party, but it was officially day two of day one of TwitchCon. Was too late to see May play. I literally walked in because May started playing music at the start of the convention. When I walked up to the stage where May was playing music, she was just walking off. I felt so bad. I'm a terrible friend. I really wanted to see May play music. I'm such a bad fucking friend. But I had to get food first. I didn't have breakfast yet and I was starving. So we first had to go get food. But May had, like, so many people were there to watch May. That's so awesome. But I was there for 1 second and then May walked off. You didn't have to cross an 8-lane highway this year. Funny you mention that. Saturn and I had to cross an active highway. This is no joke. To get from our hotel to the fucking metro station we took. Was there another way? Most likely, but it wasn't fucking clearly indicated. And there was construction going on around the hotel, so there was gates everywhere, and we just only had one route out. And we had to actually cross an active fucking road, like, to get across to the fucking metro station, which was just, dude, shit was wild. I was like, this is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever done in my life. It was easy. We could just wait till there was no cars and cross, but it felt like what I was doing was bad, even though I had no other way around. So that was insane. But we managed to make it. Anyway, arrive at TwitchCon day one. We didn't make it to May's thing. Saturn and I went to the Minecraft arena to get him his badge, like his cape. And I realized, wait a fucking second, when I got my gift code yesterday, they didn't scan my armband, because that's what they were doing to make sure that you weren't going to get 50 codes for free. Scan the armband and give them a code. So in reality, I could walk up to the gift code booth and show them the emeralds that I collected yesterday and get another cape. So that's what I did. I walked up to the booth after getting Saturn his stickers, because I already had 3, so whatever we did, I got him an extra sticker for. So we walked up to the booth, scanned my thing, got another cape. Once again, did not sell it on eBay, but I gave it to Orlix instead. I don't really care about Minecraft capes. I've never had many of them. I've never used them. So the only reason why I would want one now is because of the, like, fear of missing out shit. And I honestly couldn't give less of a fuck. My character looks awesome. I don't need him to have a cape. But if Lunar's watching, I'll take a brand deal. Lunar, if you want to give me a cape, bro, I'm good. Give me a cape. But the Minecraft capes, no, I don't need those. I would have actually kept one of them had I been collecting them already, but I have, like, almost fucking none of them, so there's really no point. Oh my god. I tried to crack my neck and it went wrong. I'm okay. Okay. Anyway. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we got Saturn his cape code. I got my cape code. Ran into Pangy. Wished Durapshu luck for the mid-offs, which was about to happen. And then Saturn and I went to sit down for mid-offs, which we watched for longer than I expected to. Like, mid-offs was actually fun. I'm not saying that I didn't expect it to be fun, but I didn't expect me to enjoy watching speedrunning. I'd never really watched speedrunning ever before in my life. So watching mid-offs was a real blast. To be fair, I guess for me it was a bit more fun because I knew most of the people who were playing. I didn't know all of them, obviously. But I knew most of the people who were playing in mid-offs. So it was really fun to see. I wanted to stick around. We stuck around for, I think, 3 matches. I think we left after SB and Sandwich Lord, which was the most insane fucking speedrun match I've ever watched in my life. Literally, one side of them was the fucking... It was the TikTok audio for like... And then it go over to SB's footage and it just go... Like, SB was taking his fucking time with everything he was doing. So that was crazy. SB was also playing with a controller, which I instantly called Souls and told him that if he even dares to put... to ever put me into any fucking situation where I'm teamed with SB ever again, I will kill him because he plays with a fucking controller, apparently. I don't know if that's only for speedrunning or for general Minecraft as well, though. I have no idea. But he played mid-offs with speedrunning, so there you fucking go. I'm trying to think. FBO was so great. Oh, FBO, my fucking goat. He did so well. Dude, I thought it was so funny that FBO was playing in mid-offs, considering he had just started the new thing he's doing. It's like Speedrunner Academy, I think. Also, I didn't know that was FBO's face reveal when he walked up the stage, so that was awesome. When he walked on the stage with Infume, I think. He said that he plays Minecraft like that generally? What the fuck, man? Anyway. I could see one thing, for those people who aren't aware, in Season 5 of Money SMP, I was teamed with SB. We were on Clown's team, on Red Team. Well, it wasn't Clown's team, it was Red Team. We were Red Team, anyway. And SB is famous for his, like, longer format videos, where he kind of just explains the fucking redstone shit that he comes up with. So there would just be random moments in Season 5 where he would go on mute and then he'd start talking to the webcam and explain in the YouTuber voice what he was doing. And that at times was also something he did without muting, so we just hear him do the YouTube voice. And I could basically see in SB's fucking face that he was fighting the urge to look straight into the camera and to start explaining why he was doing what he was doing, because he was probably so fucking used to it. I was like, this man wants to narrate so bad. This guy wants the monologue so bad, but he didn't. He was focused. And I mean, he won. It was really unfortunate Sandwich died. I genuinely thought Sandwich was going to win the whole thing. Can I be honest? I thought he had that in the bag. I actually believed that he had it in the bag. But, I mean, it wasn't his fault. It happens, GG. And then eventually, I think FBO went on to win it after, I think, a finale against Durapshu, but I didn't watch the finale because fucking mid-offs was fun, but that shit was 5 fucking hours. I had other things to do that day. So after the third match, we left, not before Bram showed up. Bram, the mod in the chat, we love Bram to death. And it was so funny. Can I be so honest? I knew it was him like 5 minutes before he said anything, because he kept... I'm exposing you, Matt. I hope you're okay with that. You kept awkwardly trying to stare at, like, my badge and, like, Saturn sitting there. Like, you kept kind of looking. And I was like, oh, dude, he's going to ask. And I wasn't sure that it was you. I thought it was for a bit, but I at least know that whoever the hell was sitting next to me, they were recognizing me. So then, on purpose, I said something to Saturn. And then after, I'm assuming he heard my voice, he said, like, excuse me, are you Kancha? I was like, yes, I'm Kancha. It's like, I'm Bram. I was like, hello. And then we shook hands and we had to take a picture and I gave him the card that I made. Beautiful card. Unfortunately, the Sharpie that I got from the hotel faded away almost fucking instantly. So that was terrible. Very sorry for everyone whose cards I signed. I'll make sure that next time I have a proper fucking Sharpie with me in Berlin. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun to see. That was I think the very Was it the first time? I need to think. I mean, yeah, that's the very first time that an actual, well, Brom was a mod, not fully a fan, but that's the very first time that somebody who actually watches the shit that I do was like, wait, you are Kanchi. I'm like, that's true, I'm Kanchi, in real life at least. The people like the cards, people love the cards, Vi. You did fantastic. You did absolutely fantastic. For those who aren't aware, I had both business cards and like people cards that I would give somebody if they recognized me and met me at the convention. Both were made by Vi, both were awesome. I didn't really get to use the business cards much because unfortunately there was almost no companies on the floor. And the ones that were, I just did not want to partner with. Like, I wasn't going to go up to the fucking Vox Machina early screening booth and go, hey, my name's Kanji, here's my card, and then walk away. Like, what the fuck is Matt Mercer going to do with a Minecraft streamer, you know? He wasn't there, by the way. But yeah. So, like last year, there was an Elgato booth, and there was a Streamlabs booth, and there was a Logitech booth, and those were all just not fucking there this time, which was so unfortunate. Because I'm like, I have pool, and then that year they don't fucking show up. I'm so sad. So that was unfortunate, but it's fine. We still had fun. It was about having fun. The convention was for enjoyment. We could have had no, we were not going to get the fucking Wandering Ties on Dimension 20. There was a Streamlabs booth? Was it the very back? Yeah, there was a booth, I think, where you could go live, which was presented by Streamlabs, but they didn't have like a full company-wide booth, I don't think. And if they did, then I fucking missed them, and I actually don't deserve anything. Pool? Okay. Go fuck yourself, no man. The Wandering Tides? The Wandering Tides is not this Sunday, but the one after that, I believe, actually. I think, right? I think so. Anyway, to learn streaming, yeah, and I mean, clearly, guys, I don't have to learn streaming anymore. Anyway, my Twitch alerts still break every other week. My point being, so that was fun to go to mid-offs. Watching mid-offs was really fun. Curry and Tubbo did such a good job presenting, and I think that, is next year's TwitchCon the same place? No, it's going to be in Berlin next year. And I genuinely am very, very grateful that the people who are that passionate about, like, what I enjoyed so much about watching mid-offs is that I could just tell that mostly the people who were presenting it, because obviously the people playing in it give a fuck, right? But Curry and like the coaches and stuff, they gave a shit. Like, they actually love Minecraft speedrunning. And obviously Curry, where like watch it, loves Minecraft speedrunning. The guy's trying to get 100,000 speedruns, so. But it was still really nice to get that energy from the commentators. It was really nice. So yeah, watch mid-offs, left. The reason that we left after watching the third match, besides the fact that I wanted to do other things than just spend 5 hours watching mid-offs that day, was because I had once again been in touch with somebody from the Lego company, and I realized that, I did not meet up with any motherfuckers any great employees from your company yesterday, at least not from the team you wanted me to meet. Is there any place you're at the convention hall right now? And then this sweet lady, I'm not sure, I shouldn't say her name, but the sweet employee, the sweet lady who I spoke to, she messaged me like, yes, we are right outside the Minecraft arena right now because mid-offs is just swarming it, so there's no point to be at the booth. I was like, okay, awesome. So it took Saturn and I a little bit, but eventually we found her. And Lego, and this is no word of a fucking lie, okay, there's no point in grabbing it because I'm not going to turn on the camera anyway. Lego gave me a free set. I got an exclusive free Minecraft Lego set. Exclusive in the way that it came out on Monday and I had it on Saturday. That was so fucking sick. Like, I have to be completely honest, guys. For a majority of this convention, it kind of just felt like TwitchCon Plus to me. Like, oh, I get to walk up to the party lounge and steal free drinks. I'll get back to that in a moment. And people will recognize me, and like I can walk up to people, and because I'm a partner, not an affiliate, I'll look like I'm less of a fan and more like an actual streamer. So it kind of felt like TwitchCon Plus, but that was the very first moment where I went like, okay, holy fuck, this shit, there's something to it. Like, Lego, the Lego company, just gave me a free set. That's so cool. So yeah, that was awesome. Thank you. Shout out to Lego. The set's awesome. I haven't built it yet. I've put the box on my little shelves. I have 2 shelves above my bed where all of my nerd shit's collected at. The set's currently sitting on that. I might open it, but I really like looking at the box, and I really don't want to break the box. So I might open it eventually and build the thing, but I really like the way that it's currently positioned as well. I'll have to think about how I'm gonna do that. Okay, that was the first half of Saturday. What happened after that? That's not when I made the tweet yet. I waited a little bit longer than that. What did I do? Hold up, I need to think. The fuck did I hear? Oh, it's a wandering trader. Hold up. Let's go build Legos together. We can build Legos together in there. Okay, I need to think. What did we do after that? My memory is so dog shit, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh no, it might have been. Why did Gorb need $60 on Saturday? Did he actually message you? I'm dead. It's because Gorb didn't have a pass for the convention. This guy showed up to TwitchCon without a TwitchCon ticket, and he didn't want to spend like over $100 on the 2-day ticket. So I think Gorb on Saturday just walked around Rotterdam, like going to the free museums that are there and like taking in the culture. You know, taking in the culture of the Netherlands. You know, taking in the culture. You get it. But he wanted to go on Sunday because Katie was playing in MCC, and he wanted to see Katie play in MCC. So I bought him his TwitchCon ticket for the Sunday. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, okay. I'm assuming that's the next notable thing, so I'll just get to it after the after I got the thing from Lego. Oops, I sat down with May for a bit, who was just talking about all the shit that she was gonna do tomorrow because May was busy as hell. W May. And Carmen was there as well, and another friend was there as well. They were all really lovely. I think it was Debbie, if I'm not mistaken, or Devi, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, it was really lovely. We had a good chat with them. And then at some point I went to the partner lounge for a bit. That was the very first time. The first time I went to the partner lounge, guys, wasn't instantly. Surprisingly, I went there like at 2 p.m. on Saturday. So I kept myself contained for. I didn't take Saturn up there. I went on my own. I have to say, as somebody who's never experienced the partner lounge before, it was great. There was almost no people there. It was, well, there was quite some, but comparatively to the convention floor. The people around me, I recognized half of the people who were standing around me, and I said hello to a couple of them. Those who I knew, like knew. Like the fucking, there's a couple people from I think QSMP, like Phil and Jeremy and stuff. They were talking. And I was like, I'm just not gonna, like, I might know Yer, but I'm not gonna force myself into that group. I'm just gonna let them talk. So I then that's when I figured out, guys, that there was not much food in the partner lounge. I was hoping that I might like get free breakfast there, and then I could buy dinner later. But what there was, guys, there was free drinks. There was free drinks in the partner lounge, guys. Now, I'd never suggest that upon the realization that there was free drinks to be had, that I instantly recognized my mission, which was obviously to earn back the ticket I bought in drinks. I was like, okay, 125 on the ticket, I get free drinks. I can do the math. I gotta earn that ticket back. So I took a couple drinks, just a couple of them. The first time I grabbed drinks, it was only 2 cans. Of course, it was Coke Zero the entire time, but I only took 2 cans because I was actually genuinely thirsty. So I drank one of the Cokes, put one in my backpack, and went back down. And that's when I met up with Saturn and Tyler and Faimata, and I took the picture that I posted on Twitter and also put in my Discord. So join that. Good segue. And I said, hey, if you want to meet me, this is where you gotta go. I'll be here for about 45 minutes. So I did, and I waited there, and a couple lovely people actually came up to me, which was awesome. I shout out to North, shout out to Cyrus, shout out to Cal, shout out to fuck, I'm such a terrible person. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna forget all the people who showed up specifically on that point. No, I think that's most of. I'm missing like one or two. I'm sorry, I don't remember everyone. I'm so sorry, guys. Um, but shout out to everyone who showed up at that moment. I've got to go hike in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Okay, bet. Bye bye. I love you. Say it back. I love you too. Bye bye. Anyway, um, the reason that I'm giving them a shout out is not just because it's awesome that people recognized me at TwitchCon. Like that's fucking cool. That's cool, right? Uh, it's more so the fact that I sat there with Saturn, and if nobody would have shown up, Saturn would have never let me hear the end of it. And instead, Saturn had to actually tank the humility of being the friend of the famous guy. Oh, that was so good. That was fantastic. That felt fucking awesome. Just being the friend of the famous guy. So I got to, hello there, Hyper. Hope you're having a good day. Listen, we got you, man. Yeah, I appreciate that shit. I appreciate that. I got given a couple sweet stickers. They were actually there for. Don't spoil my story, even. I'm about to get there. I got a sweet amount of stickers from Cal and from a nice KSMB sticker from North, which is really awesome. And I signed a couple things. I gave some cards out. And then what happened then is a couple of the people walking around the convention, a lot of them were obviously Minecraft fans. And one of the biggest things in Minecraft as we speak is obviously Unstable Universe, which Faimada is in quite heavily. So, Faimada had the TwitchCon, the headband on. For those who don't know, you could print your Minecraft username, or really any name, and put it on like a little headband thing, and then you could wear that, and it looks like a name tag in Minecraft, which was really sweet. It was a fun addition, and Fi had that on her head. So as Fi, was wearing that, sitting next to me, a couple of the people in full, and awesome by the way, but in full Unstable Universe cosplays walked by and were like, "Are you Faimada?" And then Fi was like, "Yes, I'm Faimada," and it was super sweet. Fi totally mocked the shit out of me at my own meetup, which made me feel a little embarrassed, but it was awesome. I think we went about equal over for that specific moment, but over the entire weekend, definitely way more people recognized Fi than me, which I'm fine with, obviously. Otherwise I wouldn't be faceless, but that was a bit of a mog. I gotta give it to Fi. That was kind of aura farming right there. Also, sorry, Nick. Hi. I don't know if you're still here. I saw you enter earlier. I'm telling stories about TwitchCon, so I'm kind of rambling. So yeah, the headband was what gave her away to a lot of people, which was fair. That was fun to see, though. So yeah. So also to quickly address the question from another one of the chatters in Dutch. Did I speak to a lot of the Dutch people from Creator SMP? I spoke to quite some of them, not all of them. I didn't get to speak to Duncan, which is unfortunate because I would have loved to. I missed Mer and a couple others. Did you get the shirt? I haven't gotten the shirt yet, but I'm going to, because I couldn't have gotten it on time for TwitchCon regardless when I realized that I had to get it. But I'm going to get it once I get paid, and then I'll have it in my room, and then next time I go anywhere, I'll make sure I use it, so don't worry, it's happening. I need to think. Yeah, so, I spoke to Jer, I spoke to Igor, I spoke to Vela, I spoke to, Don, Kaak. I didn't speak to, like Game Meneer and Lotje, which I felt very bad about because Lotte and I were like this on Creator SMP, so that would have been really fun to see. But I didn't get to see Lotje, sadly. I went to the meetup, which was very cool. Were you at the meetup on Saturday, Joshua? You were. Oh my God, you were. We ran into you on Saturday. Sorry, I'm getting the days mixed up. Anyway, met a couple of Creator SMP guys throughout the entire day or weekend. After that was done. After the meetup was done, we walked over to Art Alley because Faimada wanted to look around at Artist Alley. So we did that. We ran into Joshua. Joshua joined us. It was like a bunch of people walking around. North was there. I think Cal was there. And then after having done that for a bit and regrouping, I told them, thank you so much for coming to like this little meetup thing. We're gonna head out now because Minecraft Live was about to start. Now, as I learned last year from TwitchCon, anything Minecraft related that takes place in the Rivals Arena, you better be queuing at least a fucking hour before that shit takes place. I'm not joking. You better be in queue a full hour, if not more, like before that stuff starts. So we were all in queue, but before we went to the queue, I went back up to the partner lounge, and I robbed Dan Clancy for everything that motherfucker was worth, bro. I grabbed like 5 cokes and I handed them out to people who were queued with us in the for Minecraft Live, which was awesome to do. Sorry, Gorp just messaged me. Fell asleep, woke up, knew it was England, grey filter put over my vision. Welcome home, man. Anyway, so yeah, so Minecraft Live was fantastic. For those people who hadn't seen it, by the way, yeah, we've got crazy seats all the way at the front. I got to take a picture with Kayleen, not the CEO of Mojang, but the game director, I think, of Minecraft, and with Vu. Dude, the dude's name always escapes me. It's Vu. He's got a really Swedish name. Hold up, I'll find it. It's the dude with the hat that always does the mob vote, or used to do the mob vote. Let me look at it. Hold up. Vu Boy, I think? I think that's it. I don't know. It's at Vu Boy on Twitter. Vu, yeah. I just feel so bad for mispronouncing his name. Anyway, I saw them. They were coming up onto the stage, and they talked to the entire crowd for a bit before Minecraft Live began. They were like, "Thank you so much for being here. Like, Minecraft is such a creative and community-based game, so this means the world to us." And before they went up to stage to talk that, I was like, I remember something that somebody on Creator SMP, like Don Kakline, who most of my English viewers won't know, told me, which was like roughly translated, a self-confident man owns half the world. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna walk up. So I like stood up and I very slowly walked up to them so that no fucking security guard would jump me, like, thinking I was a maniac. And I asked them, hey, really selfish question. I realized that you guys are like 2 minutes away from starting. Can we take a picture? And they were like, yeah, sure. So I might be one of the only people in all of TwitchCon that got a picture with the game director, Kayleen, and with Vu, which was so fucking cool. I showed that to people at the Money SMP dinner in the evening, and their mouths dropped, bro. I was like, yeah, look at that. I'm fucking cool. I'm on a picture with cool people. So that was fucking amazing. Oh my god, I loved every second of that. Okay, let me so Minecraft Live obviously was awesome. I'd been teasing to the entire group like what it was all about and the things that were coming, because I knew some of the things that were happening, again, because people couldn't keep the yap shut. Sorry, I just got a tweet from Rin in my DMs. I'll open this later. Okay, anyway, 1 second. Oh, good night, Bobber. For those who can't tell, my voice is heavily in recovery right now, so I'm drinking water to make sure that it recovers perfectly fine. Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm drinking water. Oh my god, I wanted to do something so funny, but I can't because I can't get this thing out. Okay, there we go. Bro, it's not. I was gonna say, I'm drinking water, guys. I swear to God. Anyway, Minecraft Live was awesome. It was really sweet to see. They handed out some free plushies. I caught a sparkling water. Yeah, sparkling water, guys, I swear. Highly carbonated water. They handed out plushies, which was awesome. I think on the Saturday I got my hands on the Fox plushie, which was cool because it's orange. I was like, you know what, out of all of them I could have caught, that's a pretty good one. Because last year they gave away only one, not as in like only one to everyone. No, they gave away only one type of plush, which was the Axolotl plushie, which I'm not complaining, that was still cool to get for free. But yeah, this year they had like so many plushies that they were all throwing around the entire arena, and I got my hands on a fox, so that was sick. After Minecraft Live, the convention was pretty much over, so obviously walked into the partner lounge one more time to quickly rob from Dan Clancy's pockets. I think at that point I had stolen up to 15 drinks from the partner lounge. I think. So that's day 1. And day 2 was way worse. So we're gonna get there. But anyway. Anyway, after day 1 was over. By the way, I'm not just the only one drinking. I'm handing these out, right? So I'm not the only guy drinking these. Anyway. One more thing I want to say before we head to the next part of the story of TwitchCon. Met new people. One specific new person. Oh, well, I met 2. LSB, but the person specifically that I wanted to mention is Wyra. Is a shorts creator. Fucking legend. Quite literally one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life, and I've only spoken to him for 2 days. He's so fucking funny. There was one point where, so this was the positioning. So I was sitting with, I think, who was sitting next to me? I think Dijon was on my left. I was sitting next to Dijon, Saturn was sitting next to me, and then Wyra was sitting next to Saturn, right? This is the setup at Minecraft Live. So Saturn and Wyra are talking. I'm like half hearing what they're saying before the show begins. And then at some point Wyra says, okay, but like Saturn, what do you do? Like, what is it you do as a creator? And I don't know how I did it, but I rolled a nat fucking 20, and I instantly turned my head and I said, dude, he's my fucking squire. And Wyra cracked the fuck up, bro. And then Saturn tried to recover from that. He tried to actually explain what he was doing. Wyra just said, no, dude, you can't come back from that. Like, you cannot come back from that. I don't know. I'm pretty good at bouncing off people, but I don't think I've ever been that fast with a joke before. So that was a first for me. Did you meet the Dutch creators? I met a lot of them, Thijs. I did not meet all of them, but yeah, I met quite some of the Dutch creators, which was really nice. It was just unfortunate that I really wanted to meet the Dutch people, but there was also so many English people that I had to go to. Like, I'm in the midst of 2 communities now, and it is impossible to choose both. I have to pick one. So I chose English because that's kind of where my roots are. But I still got to meet a couple of the Dutch creators, so that was awesome. Okay. So that was Wyra and Minecraft Live. That was fantastic. The event was over for day 1. We left the convention. We kind of stood outside and just waited around for a bit. And I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, it was Saturday after the convention ended that Sniffy and, oh, I'm such a bad person. I forgot who the other person was. I forgot their user. Oh no. Oh no. Sniffy, please tell me you're still here. I forgot the other person, that user. I feel like a terrible person. Kanji, is it a person? Dude, my head's so cooked. I don't think Sniffy's here to cover for me. I'm so sorry. I don't remember who they were. Not their user, at least. Hold up, I can probably find it. Wait. I want to give proper credit, so let me quickly go find it. But anyway, Sniffy and their friend, well, who I'm looking for, walked up to us. Who were all standing in one big group outside of the convention hall, and Sniffy had made a custom Kancha Funko Pop combining other ones. So I think that what they did was combine a Mikasa from Attack on Titan Funko Pop with a Rocket Raccoon Funko Pop, and then that's how they made a Funko Pop of me, which was so cool. That is by fucking far the coolest thing I've ever been given. I was over the moon. It is on my fucking, it is up there on my shelf. Like, I'm pointing at it right now, and it's gonna stay there till I fucking die, and then it's gonna be buried with me. It is such a cool thing. And the reason that they explained, it was so kind. They explained to me while we were stood there, like, they didn't even specifically do that because they were like massive fans of mine or something. The reason that they made that, and the person who gave the other gift, which I'm about to explain as well, the reason that they made their gifts was because last year, so 2025, Rin and I were standing in queue for the Lifesteal meetup because I was going to surprise the Lifesteal guys who were doing their meet and greet and face reveal to them there. we were standing in queue with those two, and they just said that we were just so kind to them that they wanted to make something for us, which is so sweet. I think I gave them both a card. I'm pretty sure I did. Which is also when I figured out that my Sharpie is dog shit. But yeah, hold up. I'm gonna quickly look around 1 second. Can I mentions? Hold up. I will fucking find that user. Don't you worry. I'm gonna find it. Dude, I got so many people replying to my tweets this weekend. I was so popular. Also, I was clip farming on Twitter this weekend. I don't know if you guys noticed. The first one about the Albertine popped the fuck off. I got like 1.5k, which for me is a lot. Hold up. I'm gonna find this. So all I did this entire convention was just continuously tweet about stuff. Yeah, I don't. Oh fuck! I saw the reply, but their name isn't on here. I don't remember what name they had, who they were. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible person. Fuck me sideways. I'm sorry. I'm sure that if you tell me, I will instantly go, that was it. But I just forgot. I apologize. But the other gift that that Sniffy's friend gave me, who I forgot their name and I'm terrible, was they gave me 2 notebooks. They were empty notebooks, but on the cover of them, they had drawn both mine and Rinde Hecker's Minecraft skin faces. So like the face you're currently looking at, fucking this beautiful face right there. They drawn that on top of the notebook, both one for me and Rin, which was so cute. And I have them now, and I'm gonna give Rin their notebook when I meet them again. So that was really sweet. You met a lot of people. That's true. Okay, that was the end of day 1. I'm trying to think if this. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was the convention. After the convention ended, we had the Money SMP dinner. Now, I want to quickly state that there were plenty of fucking people at the Money SMP dinner that were not in that are not and were not in Money SMP. They were either +1s or they were just invited. Like for example, we had what's a good example? We had Wolfie there, who I'm just gonna leak. Wolfie is not in season 6. And he was not in any other Money SMP. He was just there. He was just a friend that passed with. So that was awesome. So Tyler Mortings, who was here with Faimata, had basically emailed a Japanese restaurant in Rotterdam, like, hey, I would like to reserve a table for 21 people. Can you guys do that? Blah, 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 blah. They were like, yeah, sure, go ahead. He mailed them, like, no word of a lie, like, over a month in advance. Like, he was prepped for this. Like, I could never prepare as well as Tyler does. So, he was tapped the fuck in. He was wired. So, Tyler, Faimata, Saturn, and I think that was it? I think that was it. Maybe Seraptor. I forgot who was also there. Because Seraptor's also not playing in Money SMP, was also at the dinner. Point being, we walked up to the place where we were gonna get food, the restaurant, and we asked them, so a reservation for Tyler with 21 people, and the dude, like the fucking waiter who was so nice, dead ass, no word of a lie, goes, you mean 12, right? And I close my eyes and I realize that there's about to be a chef in that kitchen that's going to consider ending their fucking life because the reservation was 21 and not 12 people and they wrote it down wrong. That was probably the funniest moment of the entire weekend. I felt so bad for the staff. They instantly said, like, damn, 21 people, that's the biggest table we've ever had. So we made history in that fucking restaurant. But I have to say, they absolutely clutched up. They accommodated for all of us. We all got to eat food. I helped the guy out a little bit because there was only like 3 people at the table who spoke Dutch. So I kind of helped out and like got people what they needed to do, stuff like that. So they absolutely clutched the fuck up. And although tipping isn't a standard in this country, Tyler and I tipped him at the end. And I'm going to keep it at Tyler and I tipped him. Well, the thing is, no, my tipping isn't a thing in this country, but we still tipped him. Tyler and I were the one that tipped him, and I could tell you guys how much the both of us tipped, but I just think that it's important to know that both of us tipped him, and we're gonna move on now. Anyway, so yeah, we were at the dinner. Jojo was there, who obviously played season 4 and 5. I think that was it. Yeah. Thingy, Woogie was there, who hasn't played in Money SMP and isn't playing in Money SMP. Fbo, who recently got announced, was there as well. I'm trying to think how much I can say, not for people who were there, but like about the connections between some people. So I'm threading on some thin ice, and I'm really not gonna get myself in trouble. So I'm just gonna ignore it. Anyway, Fbo was there. I'm back, by the way. Sniffy, you need to tell me who. I just talked about the thing you gave me, which is awesome. What was the name of your friend who gave me the notebooks? I completely forgot their IGN or their Twitch thing. Tipping is uncommon. It's pretty much non-heard of as far as I'm aware here. Blue Lily, thank you. That was it. Oh my god, I'm such a fucking terrible person. Yeah, Blue Lily. Shout out to Blue Lily and Sniffy for getting the best gifts of the entire trip. They were awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, back to the Money SMP dinner. So the table was for 21, and they thought it was for 12, but they managed to do it. They pulled through, which was awesome. The dinner was awesome, was great. Obviously, for those who aren't aware yet, it's been said multiple times, but I'm a relatively picky eater, guys. She won season 5. That's an unnecessary detail. I don't have to add that. I'm a pretty picky eater. And somebody else who was sitting almost directly opposite of me, he was sitting a little bit to the left, who's also a picky eater apparently, is Infume. Infume, who coached Fbo to win mid-offs, which is why he was there. He was Fbo's +1. So Infume and I were basically bonded over that dinner because we're picky eaters. Which was so funny. We looked at the menu and Infume was like, is there a burger here? Like, we looked at the menu and we were basically going over things that we knew for a fact we didn't like, weren't gonna like, and the list just kept fucking growing. And at some point, our idea, what we were gonna do, we were gonna pull a KFC in this fucking restaurant. We were gonna order some fried chicken. I would love to say the name, but I'm gonna say something that is so wrong that it might as well count as racist. I don't know what the name was on the menu, but it was a very small amount of pieces of fried chicken. It cost them like $5. It was not very expensive. And then on top of the fried chicken, we were gonna get fries. We were like, let's just pull a fucking KFC in this bitch. Let's just order fries with chicken. Like, we know we like that. So we ordered that. Karage? Was it? I don't know. It might have been. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Anyway, we ordered that, and time went by, and fries at a KFC. Yeah, there's fries here at KFC. What kind of restaurant was this again? It was just a Japanese restaurant. That's Japanese fried chicken, or then that might be what it was called. I do remember seeing that on the menu, but I'm not sure if that's what I ordered. Anyway, I'm gonna move on now. So that's what Infu and I both ordered. And as everybody else was getting their food, and eventually our fried chicken was delivered to us, but it was obviously like, it was like 5 pieces, maybe less. It was 4 pieces, I think, which is fair because it was only $5. It cost fucking nothing. Hey, there you are, Blue Lily. Blue Lily, I'm gonna like just out myself. I completely forgot your user, but Sniffy clutched up and reminded me. Thank you so much for the gift you got me. You're fucking awesome. W fucking gift. You, Sniffy, gave me the coolest gifts of the entire convention. Anyway, we were eating our chicken very slowly because we obviously didn't want to finish it and then still be hungry and had to wait. So Infume and I were just very slowly eating our chicken bit by bit, and we were talking with the rest of the table as well. And at some point, the chef walks up to us and is like, did you two order, or like, who here ordered fries? And me and Infume go, that was us. And they go, we're out. And we both looked at each other with the most sour expression on our fucking face, bro. Like, for a moment, I went, how the hell do you run out of fries? How do you run out of potatoes? And then I realized that I wasn't in like an American restaurant or like some fast food place. So obviously, it just isn't one of their most bought products. How many picky eaters went to that restaurant? I think it was just Infume and I. I think Infume and I were the ones who really were picky eaters. So all I ate at the Money SMP dinner, this is no word of a lie, was a $5 fried chicken. And then I left, and on my way back to the hotel, we passed by an Albertine, and I bought like chips and stuff, and I just snacked all night before I went to sleep because I was starving. I felt so bad. And Infume and I were just cracking jokes the entire time. It was like, anyone got DoorDash? Like, can we DoorDash here? It was awesome. It was fantastic. It was also really nice to see that Fbo whatchamacallit, before we went to the dinner, we were outside the convention still, and I walked up to Fbo, who was stood there with his mid-offs cup, because he obviously won mid-offs. And I walked up to him, I was like, hey, Fbo, dude, it's Kancha. And he was like, yo, Kancha, what's up? And he gave me the biggest dap up of all time. That made me feel so fucking good. Because at times, chat, I'm sure you guys know, you can't always know either what people think of you or how close you are with someone, specifically in these creator circles, because you really don't want to look like a fan. And I'm not a fan of Fbo's in the best way. I love him to death, but I'm not a fan of his work per se. But obviously he's a massive creator, so he still has to look out for that. So I was like, okay, but this might be really awkward, but I'm just gonna say hi. But he dapped me the fuck up, and we were chill as hell, and that was fucking awesome. There was somebody else with Fbo there, and I'm not sure if all of their public information is out, so I'm not gonna say, but you know who you are, and you were fucking hype, and you were cool. So W to you, the person that was also there. Okay, I'm moving on now. Also, Fbo totally looks like Draco Malfoy. Whoever tweeted that, you were so spot on. That was the funniest tweet I saw all weekend. When I saw that tweet, I was like, fuck, I thought I would have thought of that. That was so smart. That was such a good tweet. He does really look like Draco Malfoy, especially in the fucking green shirt. Motherfucker's about to ask me if I want to attend potions and charms or something. It was awful. I loved it. Okay. So yeah, we were at the dinner. We had a good time. Everyone... Another thing that happened... So Souls was not present. Souls wasn't present at the actual convention. He wasn't there. He was in England. But it was a Money SMP dinner. So I asked Tyler, like, yo, Tyler, is Souls paying for this? Because it is officially a Money SMP dinner, and usually he pays for those. And Tyler was like, I don't know. We're going to have to ask him. Also, I saw North saying you're going to head to bed. Good night, North. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Tyler was like, I don't know. I think we're going to have to ask him. So I call Souls. I like FaceTime him through Discord. I call Souls. He picks up. And I just go, Bubba. Because Souls is Arab. I just go, Bubba. We're at the hotel. We're having a Money SMP dinner. Bubba, we need to know if you're going to pay for this. You know how much I love you, Bubba. And I just kept saying, like, Bubba, which is father or dad in I think it's slang. I don't think it's the official term. But in Arabic, or I'm not sure if it's in Arabic, but I know Arab people say it to refer to their parents. And then as Soul slowly got up, because he was laying on the couch, the lazy fuck, Soul slowly got up, and I kid you not, I swear, this is not a word of a lie, he grabbed some reading glasses, and he said, let Bubba see what's on the menu. And we were trying to convince him so hard that it was not an expensive restaurant, because it really wasn't. Overall, it was a pretty cheap restaurant. It was very affordable. So we're like, Bubba, look, it's so affordable. You could totally pay like this. Pay for this. Like, it's not going to be too much. We're just going to take it out of Bobby Jake's salary for season 6 and all that shit. And then Jojo goes, yeah, I want to order this. And then Soul's like, what's Jojo talking about? And then Jojo was dead ass pointing to the grade 5A Wagyu. Like, that steak is like $60, bro. That was like the most expensive item on their menu. And Soul's like, no, I don't think I can pay. I don't think I can pay. I was like, no, Bubba, you can pay. Yo, what's good? It was so fucking funny. The funniest shit I think that might actually have been the funniest moment of the convention for me. It was so great. I love that, because Souls instantly stepped into his character. He wasn't even confused. He just said, let Bubba see the menu. And he actually had reading glasses. He looked like he was 50. It was fucking hilarious. Anyway, everyone, by the way, then Fanity, who was also joining us for the dinner, do you not like steak? I did, but I wasn't going to pay $60 for a steak. Like, I'm sure Wagyu is great, but I could also get an entrecote for $32 at any other restaurant. I just wasn't going to do that. Fanity was also at the dinner, and she's like, can't you give me Souls? And I was like, okay, here's Souls. And then she grabbed my phone, and she talked to him for, no word of a lie, like 15 fucking minutes. And then I think Wolfie, I'm not sure, said like, wait, give me Souls. And Fan was like, okay, here. And I said, okay, cool, Fan, that's my phone, by the way. So when I called Souls, my phone was at like 50% charge, because I've been using it obviously throughout the convention, and it was fucking hot, so the battery was depleting fast. By the time I got it back, it was 25%. Those motherfuckers were calling with Souls for like 30 minutes. My phone was draining fast, dude. That was terrible. So I got my phone back eventually, and I just put it on like battery saving mode because I was like, I need this to get home. Like I need it. So then the dinner was had. We all had a great time. We all talked about so many different things. Um, I'm trying to think. I really don't think there's much specifically that happened at the dinner that I need to mention. Uh, I was gonna say though that the waiter at the restaurant looked like Dutch Prometheus, which was terrifying. But he was sweet as hell. As I said, me and Tyler we tipped him. That's all that you need to know. Um, and then the dinner was over. Also, somebody said hi. I think it was Kat. Hi, Kat. How are you doing, mate? Hope you're having a good time. Um, yeah. Then the money S&B dinner was over. Dijon, Tyler, Faimata, and I, we walked away. We just we just kind of walked away, and we went past the Albert Heijn where we bought some food, some snacks for the evening because I didn't have much dinner. Obviously, how much, poor boy? What do you mean how much? How much did the dinner cost? I think I spent like nothing because I only had like 2 or 3 drinks and I had chicken, so I really didn't. Believe it or not, guys, Gorb was the most expensive thing for me this weekend. The tip? Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Gorb was the most expensive thing for me this weekend, but that's fine. I won't go into it. Fucking hell. Okay. As I was saying, um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, that's what basically where the evening ended. The Saturday evening. So Saturday night I went back to the hotel because we got home late on the night before from watching Backrooms, which again must watch. Go see it in theaters. It's awesome. Support it. It's a indie director, A24 movie. You can feel the passion coming off the screen. Go support that movie. Um, yeah, so we went our separate ways. We went home, and Saturday night, obviously, after the movie ended, we only got home on Friday night at like at 1:30 a.m., nearing on 2, and we woke up at like 8 the next day. So we had barely any sleep. So I was like, I'm fucking tired as hell. I'm going. I know that there was a Red Bull party that a lot of the creator SMP guys were at, and like May was trying to convince me to go there, so in the hopes that they would let me in if I showed up at the door, because I wasn't officially invited, but I thought like maybe they would let me in if I'm there. Who knows? But I was like, no, I'm too fucking tired. I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. I need to have shit. I need to actually be awake tomorrow. So I went to bed instead. I've been up for hours. Update your YouTube VODs. It's been over a month. I think there is YouTube VODs in there. I just have to put them on visibility. Like the visibility has to be public. So yeah, that was the Saturday. The Saturday was really fucking good. It was I had a really great time. Can I be honest? Can I be honest? No, I'm gonna lie. Genuinely, the Saturday was fantastic. It was so much fun walking around the convention. We pretty much spent all weekend, like Saturn and I spent all weekend with either Gorb or at the convention with Tyler, Fi, and mostly Dijon. He wasn't there all the time, but most of the time he was. And then occasionally somebody else would pop in. Carmen 4K was there as well. She was really sweet. So that was the Saturday. Moving on. Dude, I've been talking for an hour and a half and I'm only halfway through the fucking convention. Kill me. Okay. Sunday. Sunday isn't a very large day to talk about. Actually, there is something I should mention about Sunday. On Saturday, after I got the Lego set from the sweet lady that I spoke to over email, she mentioned to me that I should come back to the Lego booth on Sunday morning because there were people there from the influencer team that I could talk to. I forgot about that. I didn't go. I forgot. On Sunday, I had too much shit to do. I had to go watch the Bannerfall panel, which I saw, I think, half of. Then I left to go see the end of the Lifesteal panel. Then we watched the start of the Minecraft Gauntlet, which was being hosted by Aragon, and like Pyro and May and Spidey and Pangy were playing in that. Then after that, we only watched like the first 20 minutes of that. Then we left, and then after that, we went to get some proper food because Fi and Tyler hadn't eaten yet. So we got some food at Ahoy, which cost an arm and a fucking leg, but we went there. And after that, guys, after that, I went to the partner lounge again. You already know what the fuck's going on. Actually, at the start of the day, I also went and grabbed a couple drinks, but then it happened because I knew that they were all headed towards the Rivals Arena because before MCC happened, there was this GeoGuessr tournament, And I knew, just like last year, that you could already go in and take the empty seats for the people who aren't watching the GeoGuessr tournament, and you can just sit down because they're not going to clear the arena. So if you just showed up like an hour before MCC, you had the best seats, and we had the best fucking seats in the entire fucking MCC. We had the best seats. I'm not even lying. We saw everything so well. It was awesome. Anyway, so while they went to the Rivals Arena, I went into the partner lounge to rob from Dan Clancy's fucking pockets. And I took like, I think 5 more Coke cans with me. And then, funnily enough, when I arrived and I went to sit down, Wyra was sitting behind me, was like, Kanchi, did you happen to steal a water bottle while you were up there? And I looked at him and I said, no. No, I didn't do that. I only stole fucking Coke cans. Oh, I mean, they were Coke Zeros, but still. Yeah, that was not great. I stole a water bottle once, and it was so that I could give it to Saturn, because when we had lunch, I went to the partner lounge, and I asked Saturn, what do you want to drink? And he said, water is fine. So I took water for Saturn, and I didn't take water for myself. That was the that was the lowest point of my weekend, when Wyra looked me in the eyes, and I had to tell him that I only grabbed Coke cans instead of grabbing even a single water bottle from the partner lounge. Sorry guys, I'm talking so much. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, your kidneys are fucked. No, they're fine. They're fine. I'm more worried about my teeth, but every time I go to the dentist, they're like, yeah, no, your teeth are fine. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, you're not fucking lying to me, so surely it's okay. How you like Nap is back? What do you mean Nap is back? Nap wasn't at TwitchCon. Anyway, I'm moving on. I don't blame you. I do the same for coffee. I don't even know if there was. I think there was free coffee. I think there was a coffee machine. I don't drink coffee though. The only caffeine that I get is through Coke. Zero. Marisimi probably. No, the people that were announced today was Mewtwo was announced today, I think. So whether Nap is in season 6, we're just gonna have to wait and see. As far as I'm aware, he isn't, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, yeah. So got more Cokes, went back to the Rivals Arena. Then we watched Rivals. Gorb made it to the... Dude, I kid you not, guys. I bought Gorb a day ticket, and yeah, I'm calling him out on air for this. I bought Gorb a day ticket just and only so he could see MCC. Gorb watched MCC for 85 fucking euros, and everybody on Twitch watched that shit for completely free. Which was so fucking... That was fucked, but it's fine. Like, I was getting on his ass because I called him like 2 hours before MCC started. I was like, where are you? He's like, I'm at the Airbnb. I was like, okay, why are you not at the convention hall yet? MCC starting soon. And then I basically kept calling him until he got tired of me and actually got up and started going to the convention hall. He said, thank you for getting on my ass about that later. I was like, yeah, you bitch, you better. Hello? Of course I was going to get on your ass about that. Oh my lord. Okay. MCC was awesome. I have very little to really say about MCC. You can watch it. The custom elements of the games were really fun. If I have to give them one bit of feedback, I think that the Lego and Minecraft sponsorship is so fucking awesome, but it did kind of feel like MCC the product placement at certain points. So I mean MCC and Minecraft, you guys deserve every fucking connection and sponsorship you're ever gonna get in your life. And Lego, you can partner with whoever you want. It's awesome. I'm so happy that there's Minecraft and Lego cooperation, but it would have just been better, I think, if it was incorporated a little bit less like directly, because the funny little lore video that they had, the solution was basically to use the Lego mount for the Minecraft marketplace. Now, the only reason that I'm completely okay with that, but it's just a bit of feedback, is because it's a free addition to the marketplace. Like, everyone can play it for free. Like, if they would have to pay for that, I would have been a bit, but it's a free add-on, so, like, no one cares. The globs, yeah, the globs are fun. They handed out little stress balls that were supposed to be like the globs. They were they were the cheapest fucking things I've ever seen in my life, but they were awesome. They were sweet. And they handed out even more plushies. Now, guys, as you all know, I'm a humble man. Right? Pretty humble guy. Thank you, Uniquin, I think, for the follow. Yeah, oh yeah. Thank you for mentioning that. I'm pretty sure I was told that this had nothing to do with Minecraft, but for sure it had to do with TwitchCon. I can't confirm whether or not if it had anything to do with Nox Crew, so I will not put the blame on them. But there was multiple skin pieces, because behind the teams that were all sitting in front of us, there was a couple monitors where player skins would show up to show off who was on which team. And the skins that the artists of the community made for the teams were not credited in that endeavor. And specifically, I think Space Brownies tweeted about it, and that tweet popped the fuck off. That is terrible, and that is genuinely not a good fucking idea. Like, I have no idea why they did that. The artists for Yellow stole the skins and then submitted them? Wait, that's what happened? I thought TwitchCon just put those skins up there and didn't credit the artists. The person who made the Yellow Team skins, or submitted them at least, stole the skins? Wow. That's next level sad. Holy shit. Anyway, regardless, I think that the skins showing up on the big screen should be credited by the artist anyway. Like, I think that's pretty simple. Because you make it an edition of your show. The very least you could do is put the tag of the artist on Twitter, like, at the bottom of the fucking screen. I think that's a pretty simple thing to do. I don't know if there's, like, a contractual thing going on that might, like, not allow them to do that, but I don't know. Okay, anyway, I'm moving on again. There's very little to say about MCC, but I was going to go back to this. Guys, as you all know, I'm a humble man. Right? Can I get some backup on this? I'm pretty humble. I'm pretty down to earth with all of you. So when they started throwing out more plushies into the arena, I obviously only took one, sat my ass down, and didn't take a singular plushie besides that. I got 4. I left TwitchCon with 4 free plushies. I took the dog, the fox, the Ender Dragon, which not Cal, but Cal's friend really kindly gave, because Saturn pointed out that Rin would love to have the Ender Dragon one. I don't know who that was from the top of my head anymore, but Cal's friend gave it to me. Very kind of them. I double, triple checked with them. I was like, are you sure, like, you can have this? And they were like, no, it's fine. So I made sure that they didn't just instantly cave when Saturn suggested something. I, like, genuinely double, triple checked to make sure that they were actually giving it to me. So I got the fox one, I got an Ender Dragon one, I got a dolphin one, which is gonna send Divvy into a spiral, and I got the dog one? Fox, dog, dolphin, Ender Dragon, yeah. So I left MCC with 3 plushies, because one was in my hotel room for the night before. Pink, yeah, Pink, you're the GOAT, thank you. You're the reason I'm gonna give my girlfriend an Ender Dragon for the next gift that she's getting. You're an awesome person, WU. He did actually steal the dolphin from me, though. This is true. Did I? I don't remember. I might have. I might have just fucking nicked it, I'll be real. I would have hoarded so many plushies. Yeah. I was really... Because the people who were handing it out were like... I saw Pei helping out, Pei Adams. I saw Leia, Linksy Leia helping out. So I was like screaming their names, going like, you know me. You know who I am. Give me those plushies. But I don't think any of them heard me at any point. It was way too loud in that arena. Also, something amazing happened at some point, or very funny at least. There was a segment in between the breaks, because I took a couple breaks. There was a segment where the guy who was hosting the event for the people in the theater, they were playing like a Guess the Hermit quiz. And first of all, I knew that I was not going to get any of the answers right, because I don't watch Hermitcraft. Like, I know the big ones, but I don't watch it. But dead ass, there was some moments where you could have told me that they made that hermit up, and I would have believed you. I genuinely, I'm being so dead ass. I had no idea who half the people they called were. I had no fucking clue. Like Grian, I know who Grian is. I know who Scar is. I know Etho obviously, because the rule for those who don't know of content creation is Etho. If Etho is not your favorite creator in Minecraft, then Etho is the favorite creator of your favorite Minecraft creator. That's how it works. Everyone loves Etho. And also because the card game, that in the gigantic like own made arena. What's it called again? Something deck. I forgot. Help. You guys know there's some fucking there's I know there's a couple Hermitcraft fans in my chat. Decked out, yeah, decked out. Decked out's so fucking cool. That's genuinely such a fucking cool thing. I have no idea how the man has so much energy to make all that stuff, but that's insane. Okay. Anyway, MCC was awesome. I pointed out to people because the French team won, which obviously I jokingly was like, ugh, fucking French people. But nothing wrong with French people. It's just a European joke. I pointed out that last year there was like 2 people playing in MCC that I knew, that being Maddie and Pangy. And this year, half the fucking cast I knew. Like Katie was in it, Yeremi was in it, Duncan was in it, May was in it, fucking Pyro was playing, Jack was playing, Maddie was playing again, Pangy was playing again. Like I knew so many of the people who were playing MCC this time. Surprisingly, actually, I realized only when I was sat down in the arena that Sandwich Sword wasn't playing, which I actually didn't expect. I thought, well, they would invite all of the people who won last season, but I guess they just didn't, which I don't know why they did that, but I don't know. Anyway, and I found it so fun that last year, obviously the Pink Parrots, Pangy's team, won. And this year there was so many more people, and one of the only teams that had people on it that I didn't know, or Nominal also played, but one of the only teams that played that I did not have any people on that I knew, they were the ones that won. I was like, damn, what are the statistics of that? That the team that I have no fucking knowledge of is the one that wins. But yeah, MCC was really fun. It was fun cheering and chanting for Katie as hard as I possibly could. But as you might be able to tell, when I walked out of that fucking arena, my voice was dead. MCC was my preparation for the World Cup that's happening in 9 days. 9 days. That was my prep time. Yeah. At the end of Sunday, we all left the convention. There was still a couple other people who came up to me. A couple people who came up to me a second time and were like, yo, Kancha, your signature fucking vanished. You have a shit Sharpie. Here's mine. Sign this again, which was so embarrassing. But I did. I've kind of nailed down what I want my signature to be, but I'm just terrible at drawing it. It's my signature as a creator is just my name, Kancha, and then I make 2 like curved stripes under that, and then I add raccoon ears to the top one. That's kind of the concept, but I'm not very good at it yet. But that's what I try to do. Anyway, a couple people came up to me that I new ones as well, and I signed their shit, or they signed my shit. Actually, nobody signed my shit. I only signed other people's stuff. I had nothing to sign this year. So yeah, that was fun. Met Static the mod, the Go to developer, and obviously Hakon member from Arcadia. We love Static to death. Who else did I meet outside the convention hall? Not that many. I didn't meet any people there. But yeah, it was so chaotic, but eventually we finally managed to leave. And it was Gorb, Saturn, Fimata, Tyler, Wyra, LSB, and I. And Carmen. So there's 8 people. We all left the... Oh, you met me again, too. I met Joshua again. We all left the convention. And we went to go get dinner at a restaurant. The first restaurant that I took us to was a vegetarian one, which was terrible. Because for those who aren't aware, I'm not sure if Fi is vegetarian or vegan, or if she just tries to eat no meat if there's like, if the opportunity arises. But like Wyra and me and Gorb, like we all eat meat. We're not vegetarians, which is genuinely I should definitely start eating less meat because the carbon footprint that it puts out is insane. But my point being, I felt really bad. First of all, because I was about to walk out with a group of 8 from this restaurant who did nothing wrong, and it was my fault because I took us here. And I felt bad for Fi because like it's so disheartening to walk into a vegetarian restaurant where one person of your group is a veggie and it's like, oh, this is like my jam, and then you go, yeah, but we're fucking leaving to find a place where they serve meat, which made me feel very bad. But Fi was okay. Realistically, we could have eaten there, but I really just wanted to make sure that the last meal of the trip, like full on meal that we had together, was one where I knew everyone was gonna enjoy it. I didn't want to have somebody going like, oh yeah, no, I don't. This vegetarian burger is not great. I'm like, fuck. So that's why we left. At least that was my reason for leaving. And I made sure that the next place that we chose, which was a lovely bar, it was great there. We got to sit down. It was awesome. I made sure that there was vegetarian options on the menu before I walked over there, so that Fi still had something to eat, which she did, and that was good. So clutched up there, but kind of fucked up at the start. It was kind of awkward. That was on me. Anyway, so yeah, we ate. We had dinner together. We went back after we had dinner. We were just cracking jokes the entire time. It was awesome. It was a great vibe. I had so much fun. Again, Wyra, LSB, Goats, if you guys are listening or ever going to hear this VOD, you guys are awesome. Love you both to death. Then we left, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, after that, we pretty much just split up and went our separate ways. Sorry. Everyone said goodbye to Saturn, because Saturn left on Monday morning. And I said see you soon to everyone, because on the Monday, we had the Creator Cup, which was so fucking cool. First of all, not only did Kambam, right? Yeah, I think it was Kambam who organized it. Yeah, it was. Kambam absolutely fucking knocked it out of the park. That shit was so well organized. I think Tubbo and him organized it together for charity. It was so well organized. There was professional cameras everywhere. They had commentators, Orbits, obviously being one of them, who knows exactly what he's doing in the commentation space. And the reason that I specifically thought it was so awesome, besides the clear and obvious ones, is because the area where the games were being hosted was the football fields, or at least they've been renovated since, but it was the original football fields where my father played when he was younger. My dad grew up in Rotterdam, temporarily played at a pro club, not at pro level, but like in their youth division, and he played, and that was the most full circle moment of my life. He played on those fields, and that was so fucking sweet. That made me so happy. I was like, damn, I'm really walking around an area that my dad used to go to every fucking week, like multiple times. Another thing which, oh well, let's just 1 second. Okay, never mind. Will's just giving people a warning in Discord. Nothing serious, just dry space. Again, moving my character feels very uncanny, but let me change the background. Here you go. So we went over to the field. I went over to the field alone. No, actually, I didn't. First thing in the morning, Saturn's flight left at 6. No, not at 6 a.m., but he had to leave the hotel room at like 6 a.m. So I told him the night before, you are going to do everything you can now. You're going to shower. You're going to pack your shit, because I'm not going to be awake for longer than 5 minutes in the morning at 6. You're going to get to me. You're going to give me a dap up. You're going to get the fuck out, and you're going to leave, because I want to get sleep. Because I hadn't gotten a proper night's rest in 3 days, and I'm not 16 anymore, guys. At some point, I gotta get a full night's rest. I'm not that fucking young anymore. As much as we make old man jokes, at 23 years old, you cannot just fucking pull all-nighters every single night. So Saturn got up, I dapped him up, I said goodbye to him, and he left at 6, and then I woke up, and very carefully and very slowly took my time as I made it out of the hotel room and went over to the game. Took me quite a bit to get there, and I hadn't eaten yet. Luckily, which I didn't know they did, was they made sure that there was people present in the cafeteria of that club. And guys, everything was so fucking affordable there. For some reason, a can of like any drink you want, $2. 2 euros, which is including the 15 euro, like, what is this even called in English? I don't know if you guys know, but we add 15 cents of like money cents, I guess, to cans and 25 to bottles, and then you can hand them in again, so you get the money back. They do that so that there's less litter on the floor. I have to drink 1 second. Oh my god, my voice is caving in. Problem though, the very sweet old lady who was sitting behind the counter of the snack bar. Like, the guy behind the bar was chill as fuck. He was an older man, but we got along great. I was just talking about football with him. Like, we were cracking jokes. The old lady behind the counter was, like, did not speak English. Like, barely any English. So, after a little bit, at first that wasn't a problem, because people kind of came in waves, like, very slowly over time. And I got some food. And then halftime arrived. Deposit, if I'm not mistaken. It might be, yeah. But then halftime came. And at halftime, everyone wanted to get food and drinks. So that poor fucking woman had a queue half the size of the canteen there. And I just walked up to her and I was like, do you want me to go around and ask these people what they want to order? And I can just put it on the thing and put the money next to it so that you can make it and they can go pay for it? And she was like, you don't have to do that, but that will be fucking sick. She didn't say that, but that's what she meant. And then I did that. So I went around the canteen and I asked everyone, like, hey, what do you want to have? And like, this is the price for it. I'm writing that down. Here you have it. And then they gave the notes to the lady, and then the lady made it for them. It still took her a while to get through all of it, but I had to, I wasn't even a waiter. I just wrote down the orders and gave it to her. Like, that's all I did. But I wanted to help because I felt so fucking bad. This poor lady barely spoke any English. Her Dutch wasn't perfect either. But she was trying so hard, and she was cooking with so much love. It was so sweet. And then at some point, fucking Scott's Major walked up to the canteen, like, after I had helped everyone who was already there. And I walked up to him and his group. I think Shovel was there as well, if I'm not mistaken, and somebody else who I didn't recognize. And I just asked him, like, hey, just want to quickly ask, do you guys know what's on the menu? And they're like, yeah, we shittily Google translated it. And I was like, okay, awesome, great. Thank you so much. Because the woman does not speak English very well. And then I left. And then I instantly realized that I forgot to introduce myself and failed to network with Scott's Major and Shovel. And I wanted to fucking scream. Obviously, when I say networking, I just meant getting to meet. Because it would have just been very lovely. That was a very natural environment to meet these people in that make great content and that I would love to talk to without making it seem that I'm a fan of theirs. In the best way, right? Like, they have plenty of fans, but I don't watch their content myself. I just respect what they do. And I knew that turning around and going, oh, by the way, I'm kinda high, was too fucking awkward. So I just left it at that. But yeah, made up for it though. Went back to the stands. Or the Tribune. No, that's not what the fuck it's called. Is it stands? Is that what it's called? The area where you're sitting down on a football field. I guess stands, because you don't stand. We sat. I don't know. It's not the stage. What the fuck is the term for that? Help. Help. English majors failing this job. Yeah, they're stands. What? That's such a paradox. Why are they called stands? One second, I got a text from mom. I need to be quiet. I have to make sure that I quit very soon, because this isn't. But I'm at the end of my I'm at the end of my story anyway. Okay, I'm gonna be a bit more quiet now, guys. Let me turn the music a little bit lower. Oh, that's off. Well, that's awkward. Okay, hold up. Let me quickly. 1 second. There we go. Okay, gotta be a bit more quiet now. I hope you guys are okay with that. Anyway, as I was saying, I went back to the stands, and I had left my backpack on the top row of the stairs, which is where I was sat. By the way, during the entire game, or a good part of it, I was cracking jokes. I was acting like a hooligan at an English football match. Like, I was singing the fucking chants. At some point, I just on Bliss Naked right now. No, this is a copy I made of the Iris base, and I put it on a private server, so that's why I can do this. But at some point, Fulham's team had a foul, so the red team, I don't know what their names were. I don't know which was Team Erasmus and the other one, Team, whatever the fuck they were, sorry. Euromust. Anyway, Fulham was starting to tie his shoes, like in front of the ball that was being used for a free kick. So I yelled from the stands, like, Fulham, you might be a speedrunner, sorry, but you sure as fuck know how to slow a game down. And that cracked like half the crowd up. Like half the people were laughing at that. I was cracking jokes throughout the entire fucking thing. No, I'm not free energy. No. Okay. Anyway. So yeah. Anyway, came back to the match after halftime after having helped out the people in the canteen. And I walked back up to where I was sat previous, which that was like 30 minutes ago. So by now, obviously, that spot was in fact gone. And none other than Apokuna, Cherry Live, Katie, and stuff, they were all sat up there. Now, I've never spoken to Apo before, neither had I spoken to Cherry. I did not recognize Cherry at first, by the way. I had no idea what she looked like. It is she, right? I'm pretty confident it's she, they. I'm going to double check this, though, before I make a mistake I'm going to regret. I think it is. Cherry Fire Live. She, they. Yeah, knew it. Okay. I'm a good person. Cool. Again, bars in hell. Knowing someone's pronouns is really the bare minimum. But, yeah. I didn't recognize Cherry at first, but I recognized Apo, because I'd seen Apo even 2 years prior, in fact, when she was talking to Jack at the end of the... God, at the time, it must have been the fucking Pirates SMP panel that they had in 2024, I think. Again, I've never really been... I'm not like... I respect what POW does so fucking much. Their servers are incredibly well made, and the production is always very high. So I was holding my fucking heart during that time where people were afraid that Owen might ended up having used any form of AI to produce the code, which he didn't. He did not do that. I just wanted to say that POW is definitely a very big motivation for me to also keep pushing my story content further. So it would have just been really sucked. It would have just been really sucked. It would have been really sad if that were to be true. But Owen explained himself perfectly fine, and I'm not going to give it more than that. Like, Owen gave a proper explanation for all of it. Anyway, I'm moving on now. Point being, I asked, like, Apo, are you sitting next to my bag? Can I have my bag, please? So Apo was like, is this your bag? I was like, yeah, that's my bag. And then Apo gave it to me. And then I was stood up there for a bit because I was talking to Katie. And then I said, oh, like, I'm an idiot. Apo, by the way, my name is Kansha. And then Apo said, like, you're the one from Arcadia, right? And I was like, fuck yeah, that's cool. That was just a cool moment. I don't think I've ever... very little times had I had my introduction to someone else been retaliated with, oh, I know who you are and what you do. I think Apo most likely just knows about Arcadia through Katie, but it's so cool. Like, it's so fucking awesome. So yeah, spoke to Apo for a little bit, like very little time, but she's sweet. Cherry Life is also really sweet. At some point we started talking about like money SMP and what it is as a concept, and Cherry put it down in words better than I ever could. Cherry said, like, yeah, you put people on a Minecraft SMP for money, and then you expect that to go well. And I just started fucking laughing. That was I had a full paragraph ready on how to explain that server, and Cherry nailed that shit in 2 sentences. So that was very well done from her. Yeah. Yeah. Then we watched the rest of the match. I sat down next to Katie for a good chunk of it. We watched the end of it. Bumpy Jake and I were talking. Yeah, then it ended. It ended in penalties. Woogie missed his fucking penalty. The fraud that he is. Pangy missed his penalty too. That better not be fucking foreshadowing for the World Cup. I'll get you, Pangy. I know where you live. I'll fucking find you, brother. And then the cup ended. It was really sweet. Camben was so emotional. At least he didn't tell me that. I could see it. It was really sweet. And yeah. Let me think. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I should remember that happened there. Not really, no. Yeah, there was a moment where I wanted to, because Amesy and I have been on Kyle's old server, my Nestria, before, and I have them added on Discord. But I had never properly introduced myself, so I wanted to come up to Amesy and say hi and go like, "Hey, I'm Kanchi. I'm the guy that randomly appears in your chat and tries to help you when you have fucking technical issues." Um, Even though my advice never ends up working, a man can try, you know. But Amesy left a little early, sadly, so I didn't get the chance to do that. But that's still fine. I still met so many other people. I met Jazz Aquabubbles with who was obviously there with Pay. Um, they were really sweet, both of them as well. Minitek and Hannah, I met them as well. They were awesome. Minute's so fucking chill. Oh, dude, guys. Most awkward thing of the entire convention was on Saturday after MCC. I saw Minute in the in the partner lounge, and I just went to dap him up because I was like, "Yo, Minute, what's good?" Um, and everyone who I dapped up throughout that entire convention had done it differently. So I was kind of stuck into hard lock guessing what he was about to do, and then I guessed wrong. So the dip up completely failed, and I was like, "Damn, that's fucking awkward as shit." And then I followed it up with, "Oh, by the way, it's Kanchi. I don't know if you know," because I just wanted, because I'm faceless. I don't know if Minitek remembers what the fuck I look like, but obviously that sounds so fucking stupid. It was so fucking awkward. Minute, you're never watching this, but I'm so sorry about that, brother. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you had a fun convention. Um, yeah, but then after the match was over, I said goodbye to everyone and left. We I went to a couple with a couple friends of ours. It was funny. There was like three individual groups of people heading to an area called the Markt Hall in Rotterdam, um, which we didn't plan, but we all just headed there. So at some point we were in the tram to the Markt Hall with like, name it, with like life stealers, people from POW SMP. There was short creators there, like just an insane group of people. And I tell Wyra, like, dude, if this tram stops at like a stop, or like, yeah, and like an MCYT fan steps in on this fucking tram, their brains are gonna blow out of the fucking building. Like, it was the most like decked fucking train I'd ever been on in my life. Well, it was a tram, but point taken. Which was just really fun. And then we all walked over, spoke to Nukri for a little bit about his he did the Skyblock Kingdom panel. I wanted to know how that went. It went well, so that was good. And yeah, then we were at the Markt Hall. I bought some ice cream, and I'll be real, guys. After a bit, I said goodbye to everyone, and I went home. And that was TwitchCon. TwitchCon was such an amazing experience. There's so many people who I really wish I'd spoken to more. Um, but there was just no time. There was no fucking time at any point. I think the happiest I was when people came up to me after I tweeted like, "Hey guys, I'm right here right now. Come say hi." And there was actually people that came up and like, "Hey, are you Kanchi?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm Kanchi. Like, can you either record this for a friend, or can a friend send me here, or like, I'm a fan of yours." It was so awesome. I met like so many more of you guys than I thought I was gonna meet, and I'm very happy. So cheers to all of you. Thank you for making my TwitchCon. I appreciate it. Thank you for embarrassing the fuck out of Saturn next to me. It means the world. Really, it does. Let me take a sip. I'm so thirsty. So yeah, I mean, I've been talking for 2 fucking hours. If there's any questions, you guys can ask them now. Um, but I really don't have much more to say. There's probably stories that I missed out on, or things I've forgotten to talk about. But I don't know if you can hear, but I'm out. My voice is starting to give out, and I need to work tomorrow. So this is awesome. Oh shit. Zam is doing a subathon. but I've been lurking. Anyway, see you in Berlin, hopefully. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say with full confidence that I'm going to be at Berlin, but I'd be a bitch if I didn't show. Like, I showed 3 years in a row at the event that is like next door to me, and then I don't go to Berlin. I'll probably go to Berlin. I think I'll definitely go to Berlin. At least I'm hoping that by that point, my hope is that next time Berlin, I'll be a featured creator. Actually, that's not my hope because I would never be a featured creator. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get on that stage, bro. Absolutely not. Are you fucking crazy? I'll create content from my own home. Thank you very much. But definitely, I would like to be somebody that Twitch invites to show. Have a mask? Nah, I don't fuck with the idea of wearing like a mask with glasses and a hat. I just want to walk around the convention halls myself, and if you happen to recognize me, you fucking do, and that's kind of it. Money SMP panel? I don't think Twitch is gonna give Money SMP a panel. At least not until we're far bigger than we are. I don't know. We'll see. Can you maybe be someone in like a video for an event? I mean, that's possible, but you have to get invited for it. Join my server, lol, dude. No thanks. I've got so many servers I should be playing all right now. So yeah, as I said, I will most likely come to Berlin, but I cannot guarantee that to you. But again, most likely I will be. I think the happiest I got throughout the entire weekend was when I came home and put my badges from the last 4 to 5 years, because I went in 2022, I didn't go in 2023, and then I went to 2024, 5, and 6. So I had like the badges and I put them all next to each other, and then it said affiliate, 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 partner, and that is what really made me happy to see. That made me stand still for a moment and realize, wow, thanks to all of you, I'm here. Like the only reason that I get to steal from Dan Clancy's fucking pockets and get as many fucking drinks as I want from the partner lounge is because of you guys. So I appreciate that. And I hope you guys, hi Famara, you are awesome. I hope you're having a lovely rest of your trip in, I think Amsterdam's where you are right now. W docs, but like, come on, city's gigantic. That's so cute. Thank you for sending me that file. Appreciate that. So yeah, the only reason I'm able to do all of this is because of you. So thank you. Genuinely, I'm not even joking, from the bottom of my fucking heart. Thank you so much. I will make sure that 2026 is a better year content-wise than 2025 was. And I'll do everything I can to get that. I have half a year left. I'll fucking make it. I swear to God I will. Okay, I've been meaning to ask. I have SMP writing questions, and Saturn redirected me to you real fast. Of course she did. Is there somewhere I can reach out to you? Honest to God, let me check my Discord. Hold up. You can probably, there's no question channel in there, but you could probably put those in like, do I make a question channel? I could make a question channel real quick. Just a question channel. Questions. Q and A's. I'll just make a question channel real quick. I think, can you guys double check that you guys can type in this? Sorry that I'm altered from the game, by the way. I solemnly swear not to shitpost in the questions channel. Appreciate that, big man. This is a no, and then the denizen rule is what you need to see the channel. And then you can also type in it. That's probably an important one. Where is it? Send messages. View, what is it? View chat history, I think? Read message history. There you go. All right. Test. Skishu. Weenus. I'm hungry. Why am I hungry? So you can put your questions regarding like anything that doesn't have to do with the weekend, or like questions that I can answer now on stream for a bit. I mean, if you want to, North, you can ask your question now, and I might answer it before I end. But if there is any other questions, then go ahead. Do not be afraid to ask a question. That is what this point of the stream is for before I end. Because it's been 2 solid hours. I'm good. I'm heading out soon. Ugh. I need time to write it now. I'll get to it later. All good. All good. Oh, I have to say, though, very happy that I slept in my own bed again last night. And I'm definitely going to be happy that I sleep in my own bed again tonight as well. Nothing beats your own bed. Absolutely nothing beats your own bed. The comfort of it is unmatched. So yeah. If there is no questions, which I'm gonna stall for time in case somebody's writing one down right now. If there's no questions, then that was the stream. Let me have a quick look on my phone and see who's live. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Thank you all again so much for the support throughout the last couple of years. For those who've been here for the last months, or for those who've been here since the very beginning, or maybe since whenever Split Apart happened, thank you very much for your support. Thank you for the follow, Iron God. I appreciate that. The only reason is that I am where I am today is because of all of you. And that means so much to me. You guys have given me everything. And I could not have had this cool fucking weekend without your support and Nomad's money. Just to set the record fucking clear. No, I'm kidding. There's more people than just Nomad that subscribe, but obviously Nomad is perfect song. Nomad's obviously a good chunk of it. So thank you so much. Because, like, I would not have a free fucking Lego set standing here on this. I said that you give me money. I said I could not be here without your support and Nomad's money. But I have a free Lego set on my desk right now, which is because of you guys. So thank you. And it's like around Overwatch, yeah. Bubbly Bizarre, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Alright. We're gonna rate Kunzi. I'm gonna transition over to this as you guys can listen to. Actually, can you guys hear? I think so. Yeah, you guys can hear Bad Romance. Oh, through Simon? That's so hype. Guys, if you haven't yet, please make sure you follow now. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for the follows in advance. Kunzi Live. Just the last thing, as I've said before, I want to make it entirely clear. June is not going to be my best month streaming wise. I have to round off school this month, but I'll be back again fully and completely in July. But streams will be sporadic, even more than they already are, up until July. So, see you guys then for sure, but I'll see you guys next time. Be nice to each other, and I'll talk to you guys again when I'm back. Bye-bye.